I think I saw Testo do this, or try to do this, and I think it went okay, but I'm also not Testo. So, we're going to try Novori Quick Blade Crit Leona today. We'll see how it goes. So let's get into things. Like the video, give me a comment for the algorithm, and we don't like to ask for subscriptions here. Instead, we compete for them in rock, paper, scissors, and if you lose, you have to subscribe to the channel. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. You just possibly lost to a pre-recorded video. But if you beat me, please take this discount code for our clothing line, Psycho Apparel. You can only use this if you won though, no cheating. Somebody made this for me. There's me and Charlie. I'm vaping in the corner. Very cool. And there's Chad Jana. Chad Jana's in the background. And there's like Psycho, and there's Psycho there. And I think there's Charlie there as well. Little Charlie. Very epic though. And Gengar, because it is my personality trait. So, you know, I mentioned like, I think 2 games ago, which will be like 2 videos ago, that I once got held hostage. And I feel like I should probably iterate on that, because I feel like this is a story that, like, this is a story from a time before. This was 2018. So it's like a little bit deep in the vault as far as like, you know, stories go, and I don't whip it out all that much. Not because it was like a tremendously traumatic experience, but it just kind of like, you know, sucked, and I kind of got on with my life. But I'm gonna try and do some swagging here, if at all possible. He hit 2. This is bad. Incredibly Minkus. Now that was beyond Minkus, you could argue. You know, I'm not terrified of this prospect. Absolutely easy clap, dude. What are you doing? Quickly though, I want to talk about today's sponsor. Yes, that's right, Pete. Please pull out Sell Out Socrates from the archives. Yes, the one with all the money raining down. Thank you. Today's sponsor is Moonlight Sculptor. If you're a massive manhwa or webtoon fan like myself, there's a chance you may have heard of the light novels or webtoon, The Legendary Moonlight Sculptor. Well, XL Games, the people behind the MMO Arcade, have not long since released an MMO based on this universe, having just had their first update, new party dungeon, a new raid, guild hideouts, and a new event. Despite being an MMO, you don't always have to be battling enemies all the time. You can do some cooking, go fishing, craft items, build and decorate your house, or collect fragments to craft sculptures. Or if you got some stuff to be doing IRL, they also have a sleep mode that lets you grab some extra loot and XP even if you don't have the time to be grinding normally. Thank you so much for sponsoring the channel. Let's get into the video. Yeah. Easy gang. Let's tilt him. What if you looked up and God said tilt Nocturne? Oh my god, he is raging, man! Kartos, Echo, and Kartos. Oh my god, dude, they're all here. The gang's all here. Oh dear lord, that was spectacular. Let's freaking go, dude. So yeah, like when I was at Maisie's, like this was like in like December, I think, of 2018. I fell asleep on her bed watching Frasier, and I got awoken to like banging on the door, and it was her next door neighbor, and he was like topless, and he looked a bit like panicky. I hadn't really spoken to him, but he didn't seem like a bad guy, so I just I went out into the hall to see if he was all right, and he had a knife on him, and then he was like, "Can you come inside?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, you're the boss, so yes, I can." And he took me into his house, and he had broken up with his girlfriend, and he was very like not like cheesed about that being the case. And I hate to say it, but like I had to be like, "Yeah, women, am I right?" to this guy, because like, and it's not like my proudest moment ever, but at the same time, like I felt like I didn't have a tremendous amount of options in that scenario. So yeah, I was kind of, he locked me in his house for like maybe 10-15 minutes, and then I was like, I managed to like talk my way out of it a little bit, and then I got to the door and I got outside and I got into the apartment. Then he tried to come into our place, and then it was so bizarre because he like, hold on, I'm in some trouble here. He hasn't got much in the way of mana. Oh my god, did oh, he actually got me as well. I kind of was in the mindset of like, I'm gonna say literally anything to get out of this situation. But yeah, I got it. And the weird thing was when I got back to it and he was trying, I had to brace the door because he was like trying to get in. And we called the police. But he tried to put a feather duster through. He was like going back and forth between his apartment and the hall. And then he left the knife on like a sideboard. And I opened the door and like picked up the knife. And then went back inside. And he tried to put a feather duster through the letterbox, which was like the most bizarre. He was like on drugs, and he offered me drugs, and I said no, which you should always do when a stranger offers you drugs. But yeah, how did he turn it? Well, he let the police in. The police buzzed in, and he let them in very happily. He was on another planet, I'll admit, but the police took him. They baked him away toys, and then like 3-4 months later, like, we had to go to court, and then at the last second he pled guilty, and I was like, has this guy been in prison a lot? And the officer was like, I'm not at liberty to say, but you can probably guess. And I was like, say no more. It was weird because he was shouting to his girlfriend, who I assume was in the bedroom, but then the police officer was like, yeah, there was nobody else in the apartment, it was just you and him. And I was like, aha. He was shouting at his girlfriend, who was not there. And also, the apartment was empty. There was not a single piece of furniture in the whole place. It was like, the living room was empty. The kitchen was like a small table that fits one person and a chair. It was like really kind of spooky. I can laugh about it now though. But at the time, we were like, we have got to get you out of there, dude. We need to get you the hell out of that place as soon as possible. Dive me, you coward. You want? Did he die? Oh, one tick, dude. Should have dropped ult on self. I had no mana, my friend. Should have had mana. You got me there, mate. You got me there. Either I've not noticed it or yeah. Sorry, do you want to go somewhere? How foolish of you. How foolish of you, Nocturne, to have the audacity to think you can use your legs to move. Wait, he doesn't have legs. To think you could use your ghostly apparition-like status to move. Sticky Bandits making a comeback. You know, I swear, if I title anything Sticky Bandits, it's like, you know, Marmite. People just absolutely like hate it or love it. If I titled it like mathematically correct, though, I think it would catch on. I don't really want it to catch on, though. I'll be honest. Really don't want to have that in my games. Like, it is not fun to play into. If you think Sticky Bandits are fun, you should play into it once or twice. See how that feels. I'll tell you what, it doesn't feel good. Getting CC'd for like literally 14 seconds in a fight, and they're not doing much damage, but you just can't move. You're permanently slowed and stunned for the entire duration, and they're just slowly whittling you down as you are pinned to the ground. It's like the borrowers laying into you, but they've managed to like pin you down with like rope or something. Like, their tiny fists don't do much damage, but eventually it's gonna start hurting. I saw some stuff like it was like Morgana can now, with that new item, CC people for longer than the duration of her Q. And I'm like, that's super cool. I'd love to do a video on that, but it would take so many things going right. If somebody buys Merc Treads, I'm like, my life is ruined. I feel like I farmed far better on crit Leona top than I have on Varus, AP Varus mid. I guess like that's not that weird actually, now that I'm saying it out loud. But a champion that like is probably way better at like last second than Leona. I mean, it's me, right? The problem was me. To be clear. Oh, bone to pick with you, man. I mean, I missed ulti and I still outdueled a Nocturne. What is going on? He did not use his W correctly, I have to say. I mean, I'm still bad at Leona, but I do really like Leona. In Season 2, like, I was ride or die with Leona, for sure. Mega crush on her in Season 2. Still got a crush on her, let's be real. But also, I used to, like, hardcore spam her. Oh, did the steer didn't stop it from happening, did I tried to flash the Dustbringer? That sucks, man. I mean, he's still dead, right? Baby. Okay, you know what? We take that, because that gives us that now. That's Pog. We both had, I didn't think he'd flash, but we had the same thought process there. I should have just queued him. That was so silly of me. I forget that that's a snare, not a root. If you spend your gold there. Yeah, you have to understand, nothing about our channel is optional, but Nocturne, me having less than half HP and fighting Nocturne at full HP, who's backed more times than I have, and him almost losing, has probably sent him into what we like to call a downward spiral. He is probably in tatters right now, thinking about how bad this is, how embarrassing this is to lose to Leona top in such a fashion. So think of the psychological damage that was dealt, as opposed to the actual numbers on the screen. And then you can start to really piece together the picture. I'm more for the psychological warfare aspect when it comes to League of Legends, I will admit. Kind of fine by me. And again. And again. I think I probably would have lived that even without the Shenalty, but I really appreciate it nevertheless. He got a teammate ulti, I get a teammate ulti. That's how it works. Oh, minion block. Nice. Man, shield bow actually popped off. Like, dude, minion block, brother. Come on. Right, let's make this worth Shen's while. Let's get some no tower playing, because it's 60 minutes into the game and I didn't realize. Yeah, my hair, I got my hair like re-bleached. And I got it cut. We're about to enter Planet Sheen, the spin-off from Jimmy Neutron, which I have no idea if it was good or bad. I'm gonna go ahead and assume probably wasn't that great. Sheen, whilst totally fine for a side character, would have been absolutely insufferable as a main character, I would imagine. Sheen is somebody that I need him to only be saying 1 or 2 lines per scene. He is definitely a character that does, when you flesh him out, is not an improvement. Sheen was a legend. Yeah, like, when he only had a couple of lines. And also, if we're talking about where we rank on the Jimmy Neutron ranking here, as if Carl isn't like #1 at all times. Carl is always gonna be head honcho numero uno on the tier list of like what are the best characters in Jimmy Neutron, for sure. It's Carl, Goddard, the dog, then like maybe like Sheen and Jimmy are probably in the same like region, I'd imagine. I'm a bit indifferent about both of them, to be honest. I missed canon. Oh yes. Actually, I take it back. Carl, Jimmy's dad, Goddard, Jimmy's mom, because she do be looking hella fine, and then the rest of them, whatever. I think like Jimmy Neutron as a character just appealed to like the people that like say their IQ in Facebook posts. You know the type of person I'm talking about that like subtly drops their IQ in a Facebook post as if it has ever mattered. I'm sorry, my friend. Did you wish to move? I have a bone to pick with that particular notion. Yeah, I'm never gonna catch her. Man, Larry is awfully helpful, isn't he? He should name himself after it. I'd say that would be a good name. Helpful Larry, you could call yourself. Jesus. Oh my god. She got hit with about 2 years worth of CC total there in the space of half a second. Impressive. You know what? How about we pump it? Oh, you flash out of him, dude. That's nice. That's nice. For a 60-second cooldown. This is going like phenomenally, by the way. Even the deaths I've had, I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Ruro. And I run to the team. I'm feeling distinctly unpoggers. You're absolutely off your rocker here. I mean, that soul might help me out here. Actually, oh my god, they've got a lot more people than we do. I don't know why I thought the person above me was like our team. I'm gonna need to use you to my own ends here, my friend. Dude, I'm bonking him, dude. I was bonking the hell out of him. Okay, that was alright. Alright, let's go Navori. I don't know why I thought that Echo was our team. That was so wrong. I couldn't have been wronger. Favorite Naruto character? Probably like Rock Lee or something. Or, oh, what's the guy with the shadow called, man? I think a lot of people relate to the guy. Shikamaru, yeah. Is that his name? I like the guy with the dog as well. That's Kiba, yeah. I don't like the guy with the dog, I like the dog. But I also like Shikamaru. Because he's like, I could see myself in Shikamaru, where he's just... Yeah, he's like, people theorizing he is literally the strongest character in the whole show. But he also can't be bothered to do it. Like, he is just like, nah, man. Like, I don't really feel like it. And as such, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, you could argue that I'm wasting my talent, but that's subjective. And I don't want to try to become the next Hokage. I would like to watch television, read erotic novels about cowboys, and also eat ramen. I really mispredicted that one. I didn't actually think that she would panic so hard that I ended up just catching up to her there. I kind of didn't know what to do there. Did I answer correctly when I said Shikamaru as my favorite character from Naruto? I feel like that's a dangerous question to answer, but I hope I answered it correctly. Mostly, I just like his attitude. He's got a very laissez-faire attitude. If I said Sasuke, I think we'd have a freaking meltdown in chat. People, or just I like Naruto himself. I think Naruto's alright. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate the guy, but what's wrong with Sasuke? He's just like a bit of like a 14-year-old teenage dream kind of thing. Like, I think he's like too much of like a, yes, I am edgy, how could you tell? That's my kill. Let's go. Kind of like Hinata as well. She's kind of cool. I like her family's their poking maneuver. The 64 palms, 2 palm, 4 palm, 64 palm. The trigram thing, whatever it is. Very neat. It's definitely not a poking technique. But I also really like their like I think like Hinata is definitely more aesthetic for me. Like I like her eyes. Would you be the JoJo character? Like young Joseph for sure. Like without a shadow of a doubt. Followed closely by old Joseph. I couldn't care less about Jotaro Kujo. Give me more Joseph Joestar. Although I do like Bruno Bucciarati as well, who is the main character of Golden Experience. I feel like this is a point of contention with the JoJo community, where I say that Giorno Giovanna was actually not very impactful to the plot of Golden Experience. And people are like, yeah, but he's a Joestar! And I'm like, yeah, but like, Bruno Bucciarati is the driving force of the whole entire series. Nothing would happen. No one would even know anybody unless Bruno did the things that he was doing to bring them together. You know what I mean? He facilitates everything. Nothing would happen if he hadn't been involved. Also, his Ora Ora is much better than anybody else in that show. Like, I know it's cool. The 7-page Muda Muda. Yeah, okay, it's great, right? It's great. Yeah, we love it. But Arrivederci is just... It's chef's kiss, dude. It's amazing. It's the best. I will take the slings and arrows of the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure community for that one, dude. I will die on this hill. I do like Polnareff as well, but I will die on this hill. I can't get CS, but I can kill Steel Dragon without any problems whatsoever. You know, I had a weird moment there where I was talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I had a thought, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm playing League of Legends right now? Or we just defend this. Or, you know what, we just go in on this one. How about that? Okay, may have gotten slightly debated. Dude, I am bricking this guy, man. Oh my god. Stole it. Come here. Yosh. Oh my goodness. Alright, I was gonna get Navori now. 10-4-5 on... What? 5-11 Nocturne as well, by the way. That's strange. How typical did I get the build to where I wanted to be, and then we just won the game. But that being said, I absolutely did crush top. I say I didn't crush top, but I crushed top as much as you could hope that a crit top Leona would crush top. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a good game, dude. Yeah, I gotta give it to Helpful Larry. Very solid. Did I get an S? I got an S plus, baby. Helpful Larry was incredibly helpful. He ulted me multiple times. Ulted me multiple times, dude. Popped off for no good reason.